Today we're going to talk about a letter that has so much potential, and that is the letter T. How can you cross your T's, not just dot your I's, in such a way that shows off the beauty of just what a T can be? Today let's talk about our brush-lettered T. The T can be a very basic letter, where it has just a cross stroke, a sad, sad little cross stroke. First thing to pay attention to in your T, though, is to make sure that your cross stroke is thin like your upstroke. That is how wide it should be. It's not a heavy, thick stroke. It's not taking over your T. It's just sitting there. Your T can also start to have a cross stroke that has a little bit of fancy to it. So that means a little bit of a sway. When you are doing your sway, you want to have it start down on one side, come across, and then go up on the other side. You don't want to have it going down like a sad mustache, or even going up like a happy mustache. You don't want anything that resembles a mustache either way. Having it go down and up is a natural pattern for it to follow. It can also go the other direction, of course. So you can have it start off up and then going down. And we can take this a step further. So let's take this out and make these loops larger. We're just taking it step by step here. So instead of it being small, let's make it a little bit bigger, a little bit fancier with those flourishes. And now it's starting to be, rather than just a little bit of a fancy cross stroke, it is starting to be a flourish with a nice big loop on the top and the bottom. You can even take it so that it is an uneven flourish, which means that your top flourish is larger than your bottom. So taking this one up here and making it ultra large and keeping that lower one small. You don't want to also make that one huge, otherwise this is no longer going to look like a T. Or you can do it on the other side with that one nice and big and that small loop. But as you are progressing from one stage of T-ishness to the next, make sure that you are always watching for your legibility so that it still looks like a T. After this, of course, you can go into flourishing it in a way that you are getting multiple loops crossing your T. But you can see we're still following that basic premise of having one side starting up, one side finishing down, and then just adding a little bit more onto that. No matter what you do though, cross your letter in a way that matches the rest of your word. So simple or very, very fancy in such a way that it all works together and that your legibility is still top-notch. One thing that will really help with that is making sure that your cross stroke is always a nice light stroke, something dancing along the top of your T in a way that helps to embellish and fancy that thing up. Remember that it's these tiny little tips that will make all the difference in the way that your lettering looks. So make sure you don't miss a single one by subscribing today so that you don't miss out on a thing.